YouTube, what's going on? Trey back again, hit you with a video. Now this video comes straight out of Georgia, GA. What's up to everybody in GA, my people there? And it comes out of Atlanta where we have a sad situation where a woman was basically driving down the freeway, the highway, and the unthinkable happened. A car had lost its a truck really had lost its tire, and the tire goes backwards and crashed right into this woman's windshield, and she basically ended up losing her life right there on the spot. And this is why you have to be thankful for every day that you have, because you never know when it's your final destination. Not trying to be on a funny tip or anything like that, but you know your final destination is just your last boarding pass, your last stop. That's your final destination. But this goes to show you why you must cherish every day, why you must be humbled every day, because you never know. You might be on your way going to work just like this woman was, or you may be on your way to church, to the grocery store, whatever, and your life might end just like that. So you always want to keep that in the back of your mind. Not to say you got to fear death and you're supposed to constantly keep it on your mind, but to make sure your soul is intact and to make sure that your spirit is right. So in case anything do happen to you, you will be okay. You know, at least your spirit will be clear, because we all must leave this shell, this flesh one day. So I'm going to read a snippet from this story, and I'm going to give my opinion as we go. A woman 49 years old is killed by a flying tire on her way to work in Atlanta. Juliana Shadari from Alpharetta, Georgia, was driving north on Georgia 400 near Atlanta when the tragedy struck. And for those of you all in GA, you all should know where the 400 is. Now, police say the large tire unexpectedly flew off the truck being driven by George Herrera before smashing into Shadari's car. And this is why I don't personally like to drive behind 18-wheelers or a really big truck, but mostly 18-wheelers. Especially the ones be carrying them logs, because you never know. Them logs come out, it's going to go right through that windshield and it's going to destroy you. Even one of them big trucks, if you traveling down the road at 65, 75, 80 miles per hour, and this truck got a big old tire, weighs a few hundred pounds, and it come crashing right through that window, just like it happened with this woman right here. So you always want to keep that in the back of your mind. Do not drive too close behind these 18-wheelers or big trucks. You know, if you can, get over. Now, news photographs showed the car in the roadway with its windshield and roof partially crumpled in. Traffic snarled behind it. Police said it was a mechanical failure that caused the tire to come off that car, and that they are not planning to bring charges against Herrera, because it was basically just a random freak accident. You know, things happen like that where he didn't intentionally do anything, he didn't loosen up the lugs, anything. Things just happen. When it's your time to go, it's your time to go. Just like if you exercise every day and you thinking that you're going to live this healthy life, which people do, you know, if it's meant for you. But you can turn around and die at 40 or 35 years old, even if you exercise every day. We hear stories about it all the time, which meaning you cannot prevent death. You can only prepare for it. Now, a female commuter was killed yesterday morning after a tire flew off a pickup truck and crashed into her vehicle. Juliana Shadari from Alpharetta, Georgia, was driving on Georgia 400 near Atlanta when tragedy struck. Police said the large tire unexpectedly flew off the truck being driven by George Herrera before smashing into Shadari's car. And you see the pictures, man, it's like the whole front end of the windshield, all the way to the windshield, all the way to damn near the back of the car, was just pushed in like somebody just took a big old fist and just hit that car. You know, not trying to be funny, but that's exactly what it looked like. And there's no way this woman could have survived that, because she would have broke her neck or broke her back or her spine or something like that. Got to be careful, I'm telling you, driving these cars. These cars will kill you just as quick as a gun will. Now, she leaves behind a husband and 2 daughters. So now the daughters got to grow up without a mom. This man got to live his life without his wife. You know what I'm saying? So you not only affect the people that you hurt in life, but you also affect the people that you leave. And how she hurt them is by she's not being here, even though she didn't do anything to cause this on her own. It's just the fact that those kids are not going to have their mom there, and this guy's not going to have his wife there. You know, that's a very sad situation. Now, Police Sergeant Sam Washam said the pickup truck was headed north in rush hour traffic at 8 a.m. when it lost the wheel end tire. Golly. He said the tire bounded over a wall and landed on the windshield of the southbound car. So this tire, basically, he was on the other side of the road. Now, I don't understand how you can prevent that, because when it happens, it just happens split of eye, especially if you in stuck still traffic or whatever. You know, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. But he's on the other side of the freeway, from my understanding, and this tire comes off and it bounces, because you know they bounce just like on the movie. They bounce like that in real life. Jumps over a wall and hits this woman's car. So there's no way she could have avoided that, because she wasn't even in the proximity of that guy. But when them tires get to moving and they get to bouncing, It's not going to stop till it hits something. Now, Shadari, 49 years old, still had a long life ahead of her. The car's only occupant died on the scene in suburban Sandy Springs, meaning, she most likely dead on impact. No way you can really survive something like that, even a full grown ass man. When it's your time, it's your time. Now, news photographs showed the car in a roadway with its windshield and roof partially crumpled in. Traffic snarled behind it. Several lanes were blocked both ways at times before all lanes reopened before midday. I'm just feeling bad because of the family, truck driver George Herrera told WSB TV. I am sorry, Herrera said. I'm just on my way to my job. I'm not using drugs. I'm not drunk. I'm not driving fast. Just normal to try to get to my job. Just like I said, he was doing, this guy didn't do anything wrong. He didn't unscrew any lugs. He wasn't drunk driving. He wasn't swerving in and out of traffic. It's just a random active event that happened. It's your time. It was just her time. There's no way around it. And then a lot of that stuff that we see on that movie Final Destination is true. Because you cannot prevent your death. Even when the people was running throughout the movie trying to avoid it, at the end it still came back and got them all. You see what I'm saying? Because once your car get pulled, it's time to go. Now, he says also, I drove this truck to North Carolina on Saturday. Herrera said, I don't have weight. I don't have equipment. The truck is really empty. And I don't think this is all going to cause this big problem. So he didn't have anything on the truck, not carrying or towing anything. And this still happened. Police said it was a mechanical failure that caused the tire to come off that car, and that they are not planning to bring charges against Herrera. So which they're really saying that he's basically innocent and he didn't cause that accident right there, even though somebody did lose their life. It was a freak accident. That's pretty much what happened. But this is what I'm trying to tell you all. Every day we wake up, we take so much for granted. Every day we wake up, we take the people around us for granted. Some of us don't even tell each other good morning. Some of us don't even tell each other good night. Some of us don't even tell our own wives and kids and loved ones, or your husbands, boyfriends, girlfriends, whoever, moms or dad, I love you. And you never know, that might be your last time speaking to that person, because I'm sure a lot of us done lost somebody that we love, that you probably was mad at and something happened to him that night or later on down the line. You never got a chance to make it right. You never spoke to him. You never cleaned that up. And we live with that hurt and that pain. Just like this man got to live with the hurt and the pain in his two daughters of losing his wife. And I don't expect everybody to be as sympathetic and as I am, because I know I'm an empath. I just feel people pain. And when I see stories like this, I have to speak on it because, I feel it's my job to remind people to be humble. It's my job to tell people, love one another, love your brother or your sister instead of trying to hurt them. And if you find yourself trying to hurt them, get off from around them, because, we all here for a short period of time. We either going to make this stay good or we're going to make it bad. The choice is yours. But what I'm trying to say, when this woman left that house that morning, I'm sure the last thing was on her mind was she's going to die on that freeway that day going to work. I'm sure none of us think like that. Just like if I get up and I hit the highway right now, I'm heading over to West Hollywood or anywhere like that, or up in the hills. Last thing gonna be on my mind, something gonna happen to me, just like you all think the same thing, because that's why maybe we can't, see our own death and picture our own death or see the way we're gonna die, because we couldn't live with it. So what I'm trying to tell you, you do not know the hour, you do not know the date, the time, or whatever, when it's time for you to check up out of here. But make sure you're right here. Make sure you treat people right here, because there is a heaven and there is a hell. Maybe not it might not be the heaven that you all been taught or the hell that you've been taught, but trust me, there is a heaven and a hell. And it's sad to live through so much hell on this planet, enduring the stuff that we endure, being in the bodies that we are. Some of us have disabilities. Some of us have broken bones, illnesses, diseases, things that we can't get rid of, cancers. So it's sad to live in so much pain and hell on this earth and this physical shell, this body, and then to die and your soul not right, to die with so much hate and bitterness in your heart. I'm not saying that she did. I'm just telling you all to be thankful. That's the purpose of the video. That's the moral of the video, is that you do not know when it's your time to go. So while you're here, love your children, love your husband, your wife, or whoever you're involved with. Keep it real, because life is too short to be playing games with people, and most of all be playing games with yourself, because you never know. That could have been you or me on that highway. Not saying definitely in Atlanta. Depends. If I'm talking to you in New York, that can be you in New York. If I'm talking to somebody in Chicago, Atlanta, Miami, LA, whatever state you're in, that could be one of us on that road right now that somebody else doing a video about. That's what I'm trying to say. So remember that. Remember that. Cherish every day. Like Cool in the Game used to say. And I'm not that damn old. My mom used to listen to that song. Every time I reference these old songs, people are like, well, how old are you? I know you weren't born in the 60s. No, I wasn't. But I do know about Cool in the Game because that was my mama's song, Cherish the Love. So anyway, the reason why I brought that up, because you're supposed to cherish each day. That's the moral of the story. Cherish each day that you have and tell those around you that you love them. Because you never know, you might not get that chance again. If you like the video, make sure you hit the like button. If you like, subscribe. Till next time. Stay blessed, stay safe, stay woke. I'm out.